your side. This is WHAS 11 News.
Right now at 4:30, the snow continues to fall here in Kentuckiana. Oh, does it continue to fall? This is a live look at downtown Louisville. Over a foot of snow has fallen in some places, making travel nearly impossible this morning. If you don't have to go out, don't go out. Good Thursday morning, Kentuckiana. I'm Andy Trinan. Kelsey Starks will be joining me momentarily after a wild ride into work this morning. We'll have more on that in a bit. All the school districts are closed today. Colleges, many businesses, and government offices also shut down on this Thursday. The complete list at the bottom of your screen and on WHAS11.com. Folks, again, if you do not absolutely have to be somewhere today, just pack it in. Stay home and watch coverage right here. All right, we've got team coverage this morning. Our Julia Rose out with crews who are working to clear the snow. Brooke Hash is in Storm Chase 11 checking travel on area roadways. But we begin the Weather Center with Chief Meteorologist Ben Pine and meteorologist Jared Heil. You guys have been hard at work all night.
I'll tell you what, Andy, we told you we get it. We got it. Some areas got even more. And what does 1.5 feet of snow look like? Take a short trip down to Vine Grove and Shepherdsville.
Yes, just a ton of snow with this storm system, a lot of moisture, and just keep in mind, that's another 1.5 inches of water on top of 2 to 3 inches of rain just about a day ago. So a big change for us. Look at some of these tallies we've seen so far. Again, 1.5 feet in Vine Grove, 17 inches in Shepherdsville, 16 in Radcliffe, 14 in Frankfort, and there are more big numbers. We just don't have enough room on this chart to show all of the impressive snowfall amounts we've seen across the viewing area. We'll be adding to those numbers throughout the morning hours. More numbers for you. Hardinsburg, 11 inches. Clarkson, 8. Frankfort, 7. That number actually as high as 14 inches in parts of Franklin County. 7 in Salem, 6 in Scottsburg. The adding up will continue until that snow ends later in the morning. We've had a lot of problems from this storm. Look at this right here in Upton, Kentucky. This fella has been stopped for hours on 65 North across parts of southern Hardin County, northern Hart County because of multiple accidents. KSP cannot keep up, and you can see, obviously, the roads are in very bad shape, and it's going to take some time to clean things up. Been a lot of snow across the area. Look at that white stripe south of town. 1 foot to 1.5 feet so far.
Yeah, as we map this out, that's very similar to the map we've been giving you over the last 48 hours. 6 to 12 inches. However, we did get the overachievers here. That thin strip here that goes from Breckenridge to Bullitt into Spencer and over towards Franklin counties where we picked up, again, 12 to 18 inches. Could see another 1 to 3. Some spots could go over 20 inches of snow. 8 to 10 over Metro Louisville. Officially over 8 in Louisville. That's still continuing to add up. 4 to 8 Jasper to Madison. 1 to 4 Bedford and Seymour. And some lower amounts to the farther south we go, south of the Bluegrass Parkway. Still snowing good around all of Kentuckiana, the metro area, moderate snow, still snow-covered expressways, and we have here around the Bluegrass Parkway, Bardstown, E-Town. Notice this is more intense snow that is coming down and giving us some good accumulations still. We are going to continue to have that morning snow. Eventually this afternoon, we'll get that north flow to kick the system to the east, and we'll start to actually see a partly sunny sky later on today. With that snowpack, we are expecting record cold temperatures, and there you can see the snow, especially in Kentucky through the morning hours, tapering off to a couple flurries around Campbellsville at noon. Most areas by lunchtime dry and all dry later on today. Wind chills are low, down to the single digits this morning. It'll feel like the low teens later on today, and a record cold high temperature expected. 19 heading out, 20 at 10 a.m. and drying out at lunchtime, 22, just 25 later on this afternoon. And we will see that record cold today, but a major warm-up coming up in that 7-day forecast. Right now it is 4:35. Let's get over to those snow-covered roads. I mean, it's pretty obvious we got to slow down.
Yeah. And you know what? Honestly, it's just best if you can stay at home and you don't have to go outside to not do that. This is a live look from our Morgan & Morgan HD camera network. Our view there at Review, you can see I-64 completely covered there by the Belvedere. And this is what it's going to look like on most of those major interstates, if not all of them. Take a look at this. This is out on I-65 around Hospital Curve, also completely covered there. Our view from Kentucky One Health. So be extra careful if you are hitting the road this morning. On Mobile Traffic Tracker, I'll give you a look around some of the other interstates in the area. Don't be fooled by the green on your screen. This is more indicative of a lack of traffic on the roadways because there aren't many drivers out, and this is why. Taking a look right now, I-71 north there at 265, you can see that snow coming down, really reducing visibility. So that's a problem that you're going to face as well. Also, a heads up for you, I-65 northbound in Indiana, right around the Scott-Jackson County is closed down right now because of an accident involving a semi. These are not life-threatening injuries, but again, that roadway there is completely shut down while crews work to clear that. They did say they're working on getting one lane of traffic back open through that area, but again, this is what we're going to be dealing with this morning, and it's a great idea to avoid those roads if you can. 64 at Blankenbaker covered, 64 at Hurstbourne not looking very good either. So if you do have to get out this morning, be sure to allow yourself plenty of drive time. Andy and Kelsey?
All right, Brooke, thank you. It is 4:37 right now. The roads, as Brooks pointed out, are a mess this morning. We're hearing reports of stranded motorists all around town, including some of our employees. In fact, Kelsey's here right now.
I was one of them. I was one of them this morning. Luckily, one of our producers trekked out there to pick me up in his four-wheel drive, so I made it here. Brooke Hash is out live in Louisville. More with what she's hearing from people who are trying to brave those conditions this morning. Good morning, Brooke.
Good morning, Kelsey. My photographer, also one of those people stranded at home, and now we are happy to have him back. We're getting about 7 to 8 inches of snow in the metro area. Just wanted to show you, this is one of our cars that have been here overnight. I mean, if you look at that, that's a good 7 or 8 inches right there that's piled up on the car. Now, the snow is definitely packing on the streets, but for the kids outside, it is not going to be your snowman kind of snow until we get a little bit more moisture. I also want to show you my car. Within just a half hour that I actually moved it, this is how much snow has already been accumulating on those cars. So it is coming down pretty heavy right now and consistently. Definitely on those roads, keep it slow. Just coming in a few blocks away, when you hit those brakes, you're going to slide a few extra feet than normal. We will, of course, keep you updated on those road conditions and anything with KSP or NDOT this morning. Just keep it safe and simple. Brooke Hash, WHAS 11 News.
Okay, well, some of the worst roads to travel on are south of the city. People saw more than a foot of snow there.
And there's our Reed Yaten out in Storm Chase 11 checking on that for us this morning. How are we looking down south, Reed?
Okay, Andy and Kelsey, down south at this point, as we take a look outside, looks pretty much as it does in the metro, at least where the interstate is concerned. Snow covered all the way down here. We're on the exit right now, just negotiating this exit. Packed snow here, loose snow combined, coming into Shepherdsville and Mount Washington. We're going to the exit here, hang a right, and we'll go into Shepherdsville, get some snow measurements and see how things are progressing down here. We had some reports in Bullitt County of 17 inches of snow, a foot and a half of snow down here. Again, at this hour of the morning, traffic is still fairly light, and we're seeing traffic moving at 30 to 35 miles an hour on all of the interstates, not making real good time because you're going to find the interstate snow covered. We've seen the plows out. They are out, but they make a pass. We're still snowing, so there's not a lot they can get accomplished with one pass, but they do keep it from piling up. When the snow stops totally, they'll be able to make real good progress on it, get it cleaned off. Let me switch on the high-intensity directional LEDs we've got. We'll give you a look out here. We're still getting fairly heavy snow down here in the Bullitt County area. This is accumulating snow you're looking at this rate. There you see the road. This is the main road. Actually, it's been plowed. Things in fairly good shape here as we head into Shepherdsville. We'll be with you throughout the morning. We'll have more. We're going to stay in the Bullitt County area for now. Live in Storm Chase 11, I'm Reed Yaten.
All right, Reed, thank you. The state has crews out, the city has crews out, and there are local crews out as well. All that snow creating a whole lot of work for those plow crews.
Public and private companies out this morning working to keep the city open. Julia Rose is live with one of those plow drivers this morning. Hey, Julia.
Hey, Kelsey and Andy, we have the pleasure of tagging along this morning with Skip Whitaker, who owns Skip's Construction Company. We are in the seat of a plow truck right now, giving you a behind-the-scenes look at how it's done. We are in the Bank of America Collection Center parking lot right off of Preston Highway. And Skip, how long have you guys been going at just this parking lot?
This round we've been going about 2 hours now.
2 hours in just this parking lot, but let me tell you, they have been out since 6:30 last night. Isn't that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And how's it going? What have you seen so far?
A bunch of people that will not get out of the way and know how to drive in bad weather.
People trying to pass you?
Correct. They want to drive too fast. If you're going past me, you're going too fast.
Right, and you have quite a crew out today. Can you tell us how many people you have out and how much equipment?
We right now, I think we have 7 plows on site. We have 3 bobcats and 2 salt trucks, and we have 10 people shoveling. And
you said that this is very icy, not looking too good, huh?
No, it's going to take a lot of salt today, a whole lot.
You heard it, a lot of salt. Skip's been doing this for 25 years, and if he says it needs a lot of work, I think it definitely needs a lot of work. We'll be back later with more from Skip and more of a behind-the-scenes looks of how you can plow these huge parking lots. Back to you guys.
Great, Julia. Thanks so much. And we are getting more of those great pictures coming into our newsroom this morning. This one from Kevin Hall showing that ruler nearly buried there on nearly a foot of snow. This is in Falls of Rough, Kentucky. And check this guy out. That is William Vitito. He's not
what are you doing, William?
Snow keep him from getting in the spring spirit there. I think he's trying to go fishing, maybe?
I think he just wants to show off his guns. It's a gun show.
It is a gun show. Well, we want to see what it looks like in your neighborhood this morning. Keep your clothes on, though. You can send us those pictures through our website, WHAS11.com. Post them to our Facebook and our Twitter pages. You can email them to us at yourphotos@WHAS11.com.
Don't try to contain our viewers. Let them do what they want to do. Be who you want to be, William. All right, it's 4:43 right now. More than a foot of snow on the ground in some places, and not done yet. Ben just pointed out 12 to 18 inches in some areas. It is certainly a March mess. Chief Meteorologist Ben Pine and Meteorologist Jared Howe both back to track the storm. Folks, it's still falling. We've got more snow coming.
And we've got those up-to-the-minute road conditions with our Storm Chase 11 vehicle. Storm Team 11's Reed Yaden will be back with those details still ahead.